Thrifting is one of my favorite hobbies, and it's something that I do with a bunch of different people in my life. Like, I do it with my friends, I do it with my mom, I do it with basically anybody who agrees to go thrifting with me. I really like people watching in general, and whenever I'm going thrifting, I kind of feel like I am people watching in a way, because like you're sifting through a bunch of other people's stuff and kind of seeing the way that they live their lives, the kind of fashion they wear, and all of that kind of stuff, which in my opinion is a way of people watching. Let me know in the comments below if you like to go thrifting, and if you do, what kind of cool stuff you've ever gotten while you're thrifting. Somebody did tell me to get gloves when I go thrifting at the Goodwill outlet, but unfortunately I have not yet bought a pair of gloves. I don't want to buy latex gloves that are one-time use, so I need to find a pair of reusable gloves. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. I really like going thrifting in general, and I do a lot of different videos of thrifting, so you're always going to be fed a lot of content. I really like going to different kinds of bins at the Goodwill outlet. So if you're not really that familiar with what the Goodwill outlet is, it's basically a per pound store that you can buy everything that the Goodwill didn't sell at its normal store, and you only pay something like $1 and something, or like $2. It's under $2.50 for sure per pound for whatever you pick up, which is a pretty good deal, because most of the time you're going to have to pay per price, like per item on a normal thrift store, and here you can just buy a bunch of different things and pay like per pound instead, so it rounds out to be a little bit cheaper. And they sell a whole bunch of different things, including clothes and different kinds of house furnishings, which is nice. I came to the Goodwill outlet on this day basically only to buy different kinds of house furnishings, because I am actually upgrading. I am moving to a new type of apartment. I currently have a studio, but I am moving to a 1-bedroom apartment, which means that I will have a lot of extra space that I now need to decorate with. So I was like, it's the perfect opportunity to go to the Goodwill outlet and try to find something for my new bedroom, because I've never actually had a bedroom of my own ever since I moved out of my parents' house. So I was like, I might as well go to the Goodwill outlet and find a bunch of different things that are cute and kind of cheap and would fit into the vibe of what I am trying to decorate my new apartment with. Unfortunately, they did not have that many great items this day when I went, and I was looking around. The furniture was not really hitting the way that I wanted it to hit, so I went to the clothes instead. I know I buy a lot of different kinds of clothes at the Goodwill outlet, but to me, clothing is the best way to express yourself. You can literally show anybody exactly how you're feeling based off of your clothes, so I like to have a lot of different kinds of clothes so that I can make a lot of different kinds of statements with my outfits. Let me know in the comments below if you do that too, or if I'm weird. But I was going to the Goodwill outlet and I saw that they had a lot of clothes on this day. I don't know why, honestly, because most of the time the Goodwill outlet kind of has a fairly even balance between the number of clothing items that they have and the number of non-clothing items they have. So on this day, the fact that they had so many different kinds of clothing items kind of was weird to me, because they literally had bin after bin after bin of just clothes, and they normally don't do that. Normally, if you've seen one of my other videos, you can see that they have a fairly even balance of household goods and not household goods. So I did think that I was pretty lucky this day, because they had so many different kinds of clothing items, and all of their clothing items were basically right up my alley. I am a Disney fiend. I like wearing a bunch of different kinds of Disney merch, and I like wearing all of their different Disney IP characters. I think that the Disney princesses and Lilo and Stitch and all of that are just so fun and so I don't know, quirky, and reminds me of a better time of my life, at being honest. So I really like wearing different kinds of those kinds of outfits, and on this day at the Goodwill outlet, they had so many different kinds of Disney merch in general, which I thought was really, really nice, because I've always wanted to buy different kinds of Disney merch and wear them, and I found the perfect Lilo and Stitch hoodie, which I'm still is my best treasure that I've ever found at a Goodwill outlet, because it is it was worth $40 originally, and I ended up getting it for literally like $1 and something because of the per pound thing. They had a bunch of different winter clothes too. I think it's because winter is rapidly like closing out, and now people are kind of shifting towards spring and summer, so people are donating their old winter clothes that they don't need anymore, and I ended up lucking out. I am somebody who lives in winter clothing. I really like winter clothing in general. I think it's so cozy and so nice, and in my opinion, if I could wear a hoodie all year round, I definitely would. So the fact that they had so many different kinds of hoodies and stuff on this day was amazing. I literally found like 4 different kinds of hoodies that I really liked. I did make sure to only take 2 though. I like capped myself. I was like, I don't need this many hoodies. I only need 2. To be honest, I didn't even really need to, but I wanted to. So it was like a treat yourself day, you know. I always am looking for new kinds of jeans too whenever I go thrifting. And on this day, there was definitely no exception to that. I like found a bunch of different jeans, but unfortunately, a lot of them were not in my size. So I wasn't able to actually buy them and, you know, use them as like I wanted to. But that is kind of why I'm interested in learning how to tailor clothes. Let me know if you've ever actually tailored your own clothes and how like easy or hard that has been for you, because that is something that I've kind of taken on as like an initiative to myself this year. I want to learn how to tailor my own clothes because I think that tailoring kind of elevates your own outfits and makes them even better. Like you can have the perfect clothes, but if they're not well tailored, then like they don't look good, you know what I mean? So that's why I've like taken it upon myself to wear clothes but also make sure that they're like well tailored and make sure that they like look good on a person. And that was basically it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this far. Let me know in the comments if you have watched this far, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.